Good morning. This is Beyond the Headlines on GbaramatuVoiceTV, reaching you from the Niger Delta Media Centre, Warri, Delta State. Yes, today is the 21st day of February 2025. Barrister is my name, and I am here to take you beyond the news, giving you in-depth analysis, exclusive insights, and perspective that matters. Once again, my name is Barrister and I have my colleague and a friend with me in the studio this morning.
I am Faith Madugwe.
Faith, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. You're looking beautiful.
Thank you. Likewise, you're not bad as well. You're looking good.
Thank you.
Yes, before we go into full details of today, we have a lot of stories to uncover for you this morning, following the issue of Senator Natasha and Senate President Akpabio. Likewise, stories from Edo State, story in Delta State, and the recent happening between Senator Wonko and Shikaiki, the alleged story. So, stay tuned with us because we have a whole lot to uncover. Yes, it is very paramount for me to recognize my audience joining me in the studio this morning from wherever you're watching. Pato Sarah, she's joining. She's saying nice one. Thank you very much for staying tuned with us. Like I said earlier, we have a lot to unpack this morning. Bill La Devi, thank you for joining this live this morning. Thank you for staying tuned with us. We will be so pleased if you can join us from the start of the program to the end of this program. Collins Balogu, thank you for joining. Ushesin, thank you for joining this program. Thank you for joining. Tamara Gesiere, thank you for joining. Please, we want to know where you're watching us from. State it down in the comment section. We want to know where you're watching us from. Are you watching us within Delta State, outside Delta State, in Nigeria, in diaspora? We want to know. And please, whatever happenings in your society, put it down in the comment section as well. We want to know. And like I've said before, we have a lot of issues to uncover this morning. So when the conversation starts fully, we want to see your comments and your contributions as well. Victor X Jakes, I think I'm getting familiar with this name right now because every time I come on live and I always see this name, so I'm taking note of you. Victor X is saying good morning. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining this live. Laifa, okay, Ukuli Esther, Laifa is watching. Please, we want to know where you're watching from. We want to know where you're watching Beyond the Headlines from. Louis Onye, thank you for joining. Yes, Samson is saying watching from Obama Braz. Please, where is that? Where is that? Thank you for joining. Actually, we really do appreciate. I want to see more comments. Please, I want to know where you're watching us from. I will be so glad. We will be so glad to see where you're watching us from, where you're watching the program Beyond the Headlines from. So, I want to see more comments. Flood us with your comments. Deyefa Kennedy is saying, good morning. I'm Kennedy Deyefa from Warri. Oh, thank you for joining this program. It promises to be educative, informative, and, entertaining as well. Okay, Victor Rex is saying watching from Jeddah Town in Delta State. Victor Rex, how are you doing? I always see you on my program, and a good thing will be coming for you.
Yes, Victor Rex is really
yes,
a good
I
follower.
like that. Okay, Monye Lewis is saying keep exploring GbaramatuVoiceTV, watching from Saple. Thank you very much. I love that. Please, what is happening in your area? What is happening in your society, in your community? Please drop it down on the comment section. I want to know. Flood us with your comments, and I'll be so glad to read them all out. Okay, Hopeful is watching. I think I'm also taking note of Hopeful as well. She's always joining my live, and I love that. She wants to keep abreast of information that is happening. I love that. Please tell us where you're watching from. Hopeful, please drop down where you're watching from. Okay. Kidabawe Timi Piri. I don't know. I don't think I'm pronouncing your name very well. Okay, he said he's watching from Warri. Oh, I love that. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned to the end of this program. I want to see you till the end of this show. Okay, Temi is saying watching from Jakpa Road, Warri. What is happening? Did anything of recent happen in Jakpa Road, Warri? We want to know. We want to know. Oh, Victoria is saying, so happy hearing from you people. We are so glad to hear from you too. Thank you very much. Akpa's favor is watching. Please don't just watch. Don't just be a looker and a watcher. Please, we want to see your comments. The only thing that you can do to make me happy, to make us happy, and to keep this program going, we want to see you here, and we want to see your comments as well. And you know, I want to see lots of contributions on the issue we have on ground today. You know, after the usual business of the day, the reading of the newspaper, because I obviously know you guys want to keep abreast of information that is happening in our nation. We have lots of issues to uncover, and I'm glad, I know you would be glad to, you know, want to hear, and you would want to drop your contributions as well. So go nowhere. Yes, Hopeful is actually following. She said, good morning, GbaramatuVoiceTV, watching from Abuja. What's today's update? One day I would like, okay, she said, one day I would like to be featured in GbaramatuTV live broadcast. Okay, we don't know who is hearing. Your dream can come true one of these days. Oh, but thank you for watching. She said she's watching from Abuja. We love that. Okay, a Good Friday is saying, I'm with you guys always. Thank you for being with us always. But I want to, you know, I'm actually seeing those that are joining, and I will know those that are with me till the end of the program. Our good followers, I will know them. You see, I've taken note of Victor Rex's face and Hopeful. I know, I'm sorry, not their faces, I know their name. So I've taken note of them. They are always with me till the end of this program. So I'll be taking note of you guys. David Futuro, I'm sorry, he's saying he's on to the world. Yes. Thank you very much for joining. Honorio Datimi Bikawe is watching. Thank you for watching. We don't just want to see you watching, we want to see your comments as well. Like I've said before, do not go anywhere. We have a lot to uncover from the man that died as at yesterday in Edo State. He was killed by, you know, a broadcast mast. We have stories, you know, following the drama, the clash between Senator Natasha and Senate President Akpabio, and, you know, the alleged news that we heard of Senator Ned Wonko and, you know, Shikaike being pregnant, a lot of that, the alleged news. So we have lots and lots to uncover, and I know you guys have a lot to say as well. So thank you. Stay tuned with us as we go on for the business of the day.
Thank you very much for joining us. We will start with Daily Trust newspaper. No evidence USAID funds Boko Haram. U.S. ambassador. You get that on page 4 of the newspaper. Niger Convention recommends 5-year transition for teaching. You get that on page 14 of the newspaper. FG asks Adeleke to halt Osun local government election. You get that also on Daily Trust newspaper. Now the big story on Daily Trust newspaper. June 12th, I take responsibility. IBB. That's the big story on Daily Trust newspaper. You get that on page 1 and 4 of the newspaper. Naira appreciates to 1,505 naira over $1 as CBN retains interest rates. You get that on page 19 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Still on Daily Trust newspaper, Akpabio Natasha clash again. You get that on page 10 of the Daily Trust newspaper. 2 jailed for stealing lawyer's phone. That's also on Daily Trust newspaper. You get that on page 17 of the newspaper. 2 Nigerians awarded €50,000 Commonwealth Peace Prize. You get that on page 29 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Yes, that's all on Daily Trust newspaper.
Okay. Moving forward, I'll be talking on the Punch newspaper. Ex-police chiefs fault federal government's 55 billion naira security contract for Turkish firm. That you will get on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Presidential panels gob 21 billion naira in 7 years. Now that you would get on page 12 of the Punch newspaper. 13.7 trillion naira Federation account revenue withheld by NNPCL, says FAC report. Now you would get more of these details on page 19 of the Punch newspaper. 2027, no automatic tickets for OTLP insist. Now you'd also get more of these details on page 12 of the Punch newspaper. Now the lead story. Knocks as IBB regrets annulling MKO Abiola's victory in 1993. Afenifere orders as Babangida's comments belated. Now, you'd also get these details on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Moving forward, economists warn CBN as MPC retains 27.5% interest rate. Story on page 19 of the Punch newspaper. Naira rises to 1,494.03 slash a dollar at official markets. Now you would get more of these details on page 19 of the Punch newspaper. Tension as Natasha tackles a Senate president over seat relocation. Now you'd also get these details on page 3 of the Punch newspaper. Kidnapper Evans, now prison teacher, willing to forfeit 14 trucks. More of these details on page 4 of the Punch newspaper. And lastly, AGF warns Adeleke against local government poll. IG dismisses governor's allegation. Now, more of these details on page 7 of the Punch newspaper. And that is all I have for you on the Punch newspaper.
Okay, so now on Nigeria Tribune. CBN retains 27.50% interest rate, maintains monetary policy parameters. You get that on page 6 of the Nigeria Tribune. AGF to Osun government. Shelf LG poll. Court of Appeal reinstates APC chairman. You are not a court of law. Osun government replies AGF. Yes, you get that on page 11 of the Nigeria Tribune. The big story on Nigeria Tribune. MKO won June 12 election. Abacha annulled it. IBB says. You get that on page 4 and 5 on the Nigeria Tribune. That's a big story on the newspaper. Without Babangida, I wouldn't have joined politics. Tinubu. Dangote, Rabiu, Danjuma, Ato Eze, others donate over 16 billion naira for IBB Presidential Library. This still on page 4 and 5 of the Nigeria Tribune. Natasha in another shouting match with Akpabio. You get that on page 11 of the Nigeria Tribune. NUT slams FG over 12 years basic education proposal. Threatened strike in states yet to implement new minimum wage for teachers. You get that on page 2 of the Nigeria Tribune. Senate observes minute silence for late Adebanjo. You get that on page 3 of the Nigeria Tribune. FG ask FG to immortalize him. That's also on page 3 of the newspaper. You are a product of God's grace at 77. Cleric tells Awolowo Dosunmu. You get that on page 3 of the Nigeria Tribune. FG terminates Oyo Ogbomosho road contracts to flag off Ojo Iwo Road section of Lagos Ibadan Highway. You get that on page 2 of the Nigeria Tribune. Still on the Nigeria Tribune, BC Akonde misrepresented me in his comments on death of Bola Ige Brig General Oluwole Rotimi. You get that on page 19 of the Nigeria Tribune. Is that all we have on the Nigeria Tribune?
Yes, before I quickly talk on the Guardian newspaper, I'll be recognizing my audience as well. You know, you guys are part of this program. Sasha Cyril is saying good morning to you too. Thank you for staying tuned on this program. Abraham David is watching us live. Thank you for joining. Please, like I said earlier, go nowhere. Stay to the end of this program because it promises to be educative, informative, and, you know, entertaining as well. Benedicta Egere, thank you for joining this program. Thank you for staying tuned on this program. Please, we want to see your comments. Matthew Simon is saying good morning, watching you from Agoro Ekeremo Bayelsa State. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. We appreciate. Please stay tuned to the end of this program. Terry Olufemi is saying good morning, watching from Warri Uduro. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. It's really it will go a long way for, you know, stating where you're watching from. We really do appreciate. Good Friday is saying something. Okay, let me read it out. Said, good morning, Gbaramatu Voice. Please, the issue I want you people to address is this. I live around Onwuro in Udu local government area, Warri Delta State. The Usie Front Junction, okay, if I'm saying what you're saying, what you write, which the Usie Front Road was awarded to a contractor. I don't know in person. I don't know if you can probably reconstruct this. Okay, basically saying I don't know in person because it's not my community. I'm just staying there. This guy just blocked the road for past 1 month without any work, and it is the only way to access Usie Front Road and towns. So the suffering is something else. Is calling on the local government chairman and the state government to take action to make life easier for the people around the area. Okay, the government will definitely do something about it. Thank you for your government. Thank you for your comment. Thank you for, you know, writing this down. Thank you for drawing the attention. Something will definitely be done about it. Now, Bamini Ejeme, is that correct? Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. We appreciate. Please state down where you're watching us from. Stella Johnson is watching. Please state down where you're watching us from. Don't just watch. Don't just be a looker. Be a commenter. Drop your comments. Contribute to the discussion as well. HRM, maybe His Royal Majesty Gold, is watching. Thank you for joining this live as well. Ijo Blood Nation, thank you for joining. We do appreciate. Ijo Blood Nation is saying good morning from Abuja. Definitely is watching from Abuja. Thank you. Victor Rest is still saying, still watching. Please continue to watch. Do not go anywhere. Thank you very much. So quickly,
okay. So sorry, let me quickly address Kida Bawe, Timi Perry, Good Friday. Regarding this, your comments on our page, there is good news for you. Just stick to the end of this program. There is good news to address this issue you are facing. Just stick to the end of this program.
You see? You see, a closed mouth is a what? A closed destiny. So whatever you issues that are in your areas, just put it down
Drop it in the
on the
comment
comment
section.
section. So quickly moving forward, I'll be talking on the Guardian newspaper. IBB admits Abiola won June 12, 1993 election, regrets annulment. Now that you would get on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. CBN adopts cautions approach to rebased inflation, upholds parameters. Now you'd also get more of these details on page 2 of the Guardian newspaper. Next 6 actions against malnutrition, sidesteps tax bill, state police orders. Moving forward, federal government says are delicate to suspend Osun local government election. Now you will get more of these details on page 5 of the Guardian newspaper. Population growth will spike petrol demand by 93 billion litres, ARDA warns. Now more details on page 4 of the Guardian newspaper. Okay, Lagos warns motorists against fake VINs, concealed numbers plates. Now you'd also get more of these details on page 5 of the Punch of the Guardian newspaper rather. And that is all I have for you on the Guardian newspaper.
Thank you very much. Quickly on the Nation newspaper. Osun Council pool will be illegal, says AGF. We will go ahead despite advice. You get this on page 9 of the Nation newspaper. No proof USAID funds sustaining Boko Haram, says US envoy. You get this story on page 7 of the Nation newspaper. Remove trade tariff on Nigeria's imports. Federal government urges China. You get this on page 10 of the Nation's newspaper. Heaps of sand used to block access to Benue CJ's office. You get this on page 7 of the Nation newspaper. The big story on the Nation newspaper. IBB. Abiola won June 12, 1993 election. I regret its annulment. There is a big story on the Nation newspaper. Gandunje Oshomole hail Ukpebolo's performance in 100 days. You get this on page 8 of the Nation newspaper. Poll cancellation done by Abacha forces without my authorization. This is also part of the big story on the Nation newspaper. Central Bank target single-digit inflation in 3 days. This is also on the Nation newspaper. More on the Nation newspaper. Federal varsities for Osun. Ekiti, page 5. Oyo Ogbomosho Road contract revoked. This is also page 5 of the Nation newspaper. Killers of June 12, 1993 annulment broadcast. IBB speech at book presentation. Diary of a Decade by Olantuji. You get this inside the newspaper page. See also page 2 to 4 of the Nation newspaper. And thank you very much. This is all we have on the Nation newspaper.
Yes, quickly, oil spill rocks Bayelsa State. But before I give you the story on that, Eva E. Liberty is saying, good morning, Gbaramatu Voice, watching from Burutu. I greet una specially. Burutu local government headquarters is in total darkness. We need serious help. It's calling on notable stakeholders, governments, local government chairmen to do whatever they can do to restore light to their community. And that is the more reason why your voice will obviously be heard, Liberty, and that is the more reason why we'll always agitate you guys to put down things in the comment section. And it's our pleasure to read it out, and We don't know who is washing. Something will definitely be done about it. Thank you very much, Liberty, for saying that. Now, Benna AB is watching. Thank you for joining. Please don't just watch. Comment where you're watching from, and happenings in your community and society as well. Stella Johnson is saying, good morning all, watching from Lagos. Thank you for joining. Per Ajube is watching. Thank you for joining this live. Rosabel Oputu is watching as well. Thank you for joining. Abraham GTF is watching. Thank you for joining this live. Please, like I said, don't just look, don't just join. Make sure to drop 1 or 2 comments on the comment section. Quickly, oil spills rock Bayelsa community. The chairman of Southern Ijaw local government area, Bayelsa State, targets Segibo, has decried the massive crude oil leak at the riverside Obololi community axis of his domain. It was learned that the spill, which occurred on Sunday, emanated from a facility belonging to Shell Petroleum Development Company, SPDC. Segibo, who visited the area, said the impact of the spill on the environment was massive. He condemned what it described as the reactive attitude of the company in addressing challenges faced by its host communities. Addressing the chiefs and people of Obololi community, Segibo, who spoke through a special advisor on oil and gas, Timifa Legemo, expressed shock at the level of devastation, noting the only source from which the people get water for drinking, cooking, and washing has been heavily polluted. He explained that the oil leakage, which occurred on Sunday, was traced to rupture of the overaged underwater pipeline. The chairman lamented the neglect of the people by SPDC since the company laid its pipe and commenced operation in the area in 1973. According to him, the people of Obololi has been exposed to environmental damage, economic hardship, several health problems including cholera, loss of aquatic lives, soil and water contamination. Air pollution, reduced tourism, displaced residents, as well as increased poverty and cultural heritage. He, however, assured the people of Obololi that the council will urgently install water to alleviate their sufferings. Segebo called on the people to avoid drinking and cooking with water drawn from the creek to avoid waterborne diseases. In his remarks, Deputy Paramount Ruler of Obololi, His Highness Wilfred Kweke, intimated the council boss of the age-long devastations the community has suffered since the company started its operation there in 1973. Also speaking, a representative of the women, Warri Ikuromo, lamented the loss of aquatic lives and what she described as the recalcitrant attitude of the company concerning its relationship with the host community. The people of the community called on the authorities to swing into action by sending health personnel, drugs, relief materials, and water to reduce their suffering. Contacted for response on the reported leak and pollution, a spokesman for SPDC promised to get back, but he had yet to, as at the time of filing this report. That was on oil spill rocks. That is on oil spill rocks Bayelsa community. And quickly, before we go on this short break, fire got crude barge in River State. On Wednesday, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPC Limited, said a fire broke out on the dry crude storage barge, Betaf 5, at Conton Channel 1, River State. The company said the fire outbreak occurred at approximately 2:10 p.m. and spread to other barges but was successfully contained. Olufemi Soneye, the Chief Corporate Communication Officer of NNPC Limited, disclosed this in a statement on Thursday evening. At approximately 2:10, that's 14:10 hours, On Wednesday, 19 February 2025, a fire broke out on the dry crude storage barge Bethav 5 at Konton, Channel 1, River State, spreading to other barges. Thanks to the swift response of our emergency teams and industry partners, the fire was successfully contained, Mr. Soneye said. He said the incident did not impact flow station operations. Most importantly, there were no casualties and all personnel were saved. NNPC Limited prioritizes safety and remains fully committed to environmental protection and operational integrity, he added. Yes, that is on the story. Fire got crude barge in River State. Yes, before we go on this short break, Karina De Doenga, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned with us. Jefferson is saying, good morning, Baramatu Voice, watching from Lagos State, Nigeria. Oh, thank you for joining this wonderful program. Please stay tuned to the end of the program because it promises to be informative, educative, and, entertaining as well. We have lots and lots of issues to uncover. Oh, Victor Rex said, fire on top of water. Wow. Okay. Evitebe, okay. Evitebe is also saying, watching from Lagos, Nigeria as well. Kudos to Baramatu Voice. Thank you very much for giving us our credit that we deserve. So quickly, let's go on this short break, and when we come back, we get into full business of the day. Welcome back on this short break. Thank you for staying tuned with us. We promise this session to be educative, entertaining, and informative as well. Do we have any more comments before we go into full details, full business of the day? Raphael Abe is watching. Please make sure to drop your comments. We want to see your comments. We want to see comments flood everywhere. We want to see, tell us what is happening in your community. We want to put them down as well. And tell us where you're watching us from. It is very, very important. It is of great importance that you write down where you're watching from. I want to be familiar with your names. Like I said earlier, I'm already familiar with Victor Rex because it keeps dropping comments and it never misses any of the programs. So I want to be familiar with your names as well. And, dropping comments will make me get familiar with your names as well. Okay, thank you for staying tuned with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you for sticking with us. Okay, so quickly, let's look at one of the stories on Blueprint newspaper. Delta launches whistleblowing policy on project delivery. Okay, so Mr. Good Friday, if you are still with us, this is the good news for you that I'm talking about. This is good news for all Delta residents. The complaints of abandoned projects or substandard projects and projects that are of poor quality ongoing in your environment. This is the good news. This is the policy to stop such from happening. So quickly, Delta State government launched a whistleblowing policy to enable citizens report poor quality and substandard project delivery in Delta States. The Commissioner for Works, Rural Roads and Public Information, Mr. Charles Anyagu, announced the establishment of the policy at a news conference in Asaba, Delta State capital. Flanked by Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Sir Festus Haun, an executive assistant to the governor on public enlightenment project policies, Mr. Olisa Ifeajika. The commissioner said citizens can set text messages, WhatsApp messages with pictures and videos where possible to this given number 09169978305. Yes, so this is a good news. This is good news for Delta State residents.
That's a good one.
Yes, no more complaints of the abandoned projects. And
you can just call the number that she has just called for you.
So the government of Delta State now is putting it in your hands to report this project. You no longer have to wait for government officials or the government himself to come down to where you are to see the abandoned project in your area. All you have to do is to use message this number with video proof and evidence, of course. So you don't to avoid unnecessary alarm. You have to have video proof, pictures proof sent to the number with the location and everything. This is a welcome development.
That's a good innovation. In fact, I'm applauding the government of Delta State for this innovation. That is a very good one. Like my colleague has said, if you have a project in your area, in your community, you see, this is one of the things we're talking about. When you have an issue like this, put it down on the comment section. You know, that was what she was saying when we said, what was that person's name? Good Friday. Was it Good Friday? If you have something that is happening in your area, put it down. You don't know who is watching. That was why she said there's a good news. So when there's if you have any abandoned project, whatever thing you want to complain about, maybe now the government, the Delta State government has called. They've even displayed a number you can call onto. Now you just have to have a proof of the road.
Yes. Now you don't have to wait for the governor himself to come down to your location. Just reports with video and pictures your location where it's happening. This is very good for us.
Yes, that's a very good innovation. We are applauding the Delta State government.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay, quickly moving forward. Okay, I love my audience, so it is very paramount for me to read their comments and to appreciate them as well.
They are very important. People are very important to us.
Bokumo is watching. Thank you for joining this wonderful program. Please kindly tell me where you're watching from. I want to know where you're watching from. I want to be okay. He has actually stated, he said, "Good morning. I'm watching from Agoro Bene." Oh, thank you for joining. We appreciate. Thank you for watching. Thank you for dropping your comments as well. Okay, Amakama Perez is saying, "Great one on Ijo land. I'm watching from Asaba." How is Asaba? Is there any new innovation you want to talk about? Please, if you have anything to talk about that we don't know, that you want all that audience to know, you can put them down on the comment section as well. Odinaka, thank you for joining. I appreciate. Thank you. Make sure to stay to the end of this program. Like I've been preaching, it promises to be educative and informative, entertaining as well. Okay, Ruth Ovie, thank you for joining this wonderful program. Please stay to the end of this program. Joseph, thank you for joining this program. We see all you do. Please, your comments will go a long way. We want your comments. We want to see your comments on this live. So quickly, it is of no news yesterday that there was a drama in the Nigerian Senate on Thursday, yesterday, which is yesterday. Today's Friday. That was yesterday. Senator Natasha Akpoti Uduaghan clashed with leadership over sitting arrangement disputes. You know, there was a new member in the Senate, so they asked her to switch her seats. So a new member that was switching from the opposing party to the ruling party. So they asked her, due to that, they asked her to switch her seat and all of that. So the issue, that was the issue. They reshuffled her seat and she refused leaving. So that was the clash at the Senate as yesterday. In fact, the chief whip warned that non-compliance from her could lead to penalties, excluding her from Senate debates. Now, the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, head to Monguno's order and, deprived her from speaking on her hot seat, that he said if she's actually going to be saying anything, she has to leave where that particular seat to the one she was assigned to. But she said no, that she would continue speaking from there. And she said something. Okay, she said, I am not afraid of you. I am not afraid of you. That was what she said. And there was uproar in the house yesterday. Yes, that is the video displaying on your screen right now. That was the uproar at the Senate, at the Nigerian Senate yesterday. It was between Senator Natasha and the Senate president, Senator Akpabio. That was the uproar yesterday. But I think it has been resolved to some extent. It was later restored, and all of that. So that was the drama, as we can see. That was displayed. It was the drama that was displaying at the Nigerian Senate as at yesterday. Now, even Kogi lawmaker raised her voice, accusing the leadership of silencing her. As women in the Senate, they need to have their own voice as well. So the Kogi lawmaker accused the leadership of silencing her, of which it wasn't supposed to be like that. So that was the issue that happened yesterday. With promises to give you updates, news that need to be heard, and that need to be seen. That was the drama that happened in the Nigerian Senate as at yesterday. But hopefully and thankfully, it has been restored to some extent. Yes, that is that for that.
Okay, so before we proceed, can you quickly recognize our viewers once more?
Okay, yes. Waya's Blessing, thank you for joining this wonderful program. Thank you for staying tuned with us. Abi Keme Abai, thank you for joining this wonderful program. We really do appreciate you. Please, we want to see your comments, not just joining. We want to see your comments. Where are you watching us from? We want to know. We want to know where you're watching us from. Odumagu Sunday, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Please, where are you watching us from? I want to be familiar with your names and familiar with where you're watching us from as well. Okay, the Nepre Mark Banks, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Please, where are you watching us from? Okay, Judge Edward is saying, is watching, is joining us. Please, I want to know where you're watching us from. Please put it down in the comment section. God's Time is saying Nines News. We promise to give you latest news and informative content, informative news, rather educative news as well, and educating and entertaining news. Okay, Freeborn Bernard is saying watching from the creek. Watching from the creek. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Please, what is happening on the creek? What is happening over there? Please, we want to know. God's Time is saying, I am watching from Warri, Delta State. Thank you for, we really do appreciate that. That is what I'm talking about. I want to be seeing your comments, and I'll do well by reading it out loud because I love you guys. I love you so much. Okay, Fernanda is watching. Please, where are you watching us from? Where are you watching us from? What is your location? We want to know. We want to know. We want to see where you're watching us from. We want to see where you're watching us from. Please tell us where you're watching us from. Okay, moving forward. Okay, quickly, We would also be talking about, it is no news. It is no news that, our Nollywood actress Chika Ike, she's pregnant, and, allegedly, there've been news flying all over the internet that Senator Ned Nwoko is responsible. Allegedly, that's the news that has been flying everywhere. But then she came out to say that she did not say anything like that. There was no news like that. There was no news. She did not come. In fact, she said since the very first day of her pregnancy up till now, nobody knew about it. It was because she obviously did not put it out there. Nobody knew about it. So not now that she decided to bring out that pregnancy herself, and now you guys are now putting it upon her that this is the father of the child. Now she has come out to say that Senator Ned Nwoko is not the father of the child. So whosoever that is claiming that Senator Ned Nwoko is the father of the child is wrong. Now, even Senator Ned Nwoko brought out a press statement stating that there are some alleged news that he wants to get her as a seventh wife, that there is nothing like that. It is false. Whosoever that is publishing those news is false, and is putting out the wrong narrative. Yeah. And he is not responsible for the pregnancy. Child. Yeah. In fact, what do you have to say about this issue? Because the issue is so long, I don't even know what to say. But you guys that are bringing out fake information, fake publication, please.
Nigerians can be really funny sometimes. Like every opposite, when it's just like when you are winning, they're happy with you. Then when it's the other way, that these same Nigerians that were all over, some of them, you see most of them in a comment, in Regina's comment section. Only Regina Nagofi advised me for this country. Just one day of this whole thing, and you can see the old dragging and everything. I think it's not really fair to put out news that is not confirmed out there. It's not good. Chika Ike specifically said even the ones that the father of the baby that they will suggest in the future. Do you get? Because most of all this, the allegation they brought that Ned Nwoko is the father of Chika Ike's child is not true. According to them, because Ned Nwoko obviously released a press statement stating that he's not the father of the child and is not planning on marrying Chika Ike. So I think that it's really not nice spreading rumors
like that, false publication.
Rumors is not really nice at all.
In fact, those of you that are spreading those publications, spreading those false news, make sure to get things right before they are obviously public figures.
Yeah,
she's an actress. Even Regina Daniel, the wife, is an actress, and he's a politician. So obviously bloggers,
because his wife is an actress, that's why this rumor is coming out. That he stated it in the press release he posted on his page.
In fact, that is that for that. So, but quickly, I want to refer you guys back to the video that I stated earlier. The clash between Senator Natasha Akpoti and the Senate President Senator Akpabio. I want to refer you guys back to that video to watch the full clip of what displayed yesterday at the Nigerian Senate. Okay, that is that on the video. Like I said earlier, that is the video of the clash that happened yesterday at um, the Nigerian Senate yesterday between Senator Natasha Akpoti Udwa and the Nigerian the Senate president, sorry, the Akpabio. Yes, Senator Akpabio. So that is that for that. Quickly, before we will be moving forward, I would also want to appreciate our viewers on this live program as well. Okay. Blessing Olori, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching this program. Okay, Emmanuel is saying, I'm watching from Oporoza Town, Warri Southwest local government area. Thank you for watching, and thank you for stating where you're watching us from. Okay, Perez is saying, please help me tell the Delta State government or governor to implement Torugbene to Ojobo Road project, please. In fact, I really want to appreciate you for writing this down on the comment section. We really do appreciate. That is what I'm talking about. You don't know who is watching and you don't know who is hearing. So by the special grace of God, something will be done about this. Thank you, Perez, for bringing the media attention to this. Okay, God's time is saying, this our organa fireman, oh una just dey look am like that. So God's time, which organ are you talking about? Please be specific. Oh, okay. Miss Faith, I think you have a fan here. Wrote over here. Hello, Faith. I've been anticipating seeing you here. Madogoe, keep it up.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Ruth over here, for that kind comment. And Ruth over here is also saying, and people are always hiding under allegedly to say first things about people. I think that was the issue between
that's
the issue that we're talking about.
Come out and I think the allegedly is the trend going on
right now. In fact, I think you'll have to use that allegedly to make a song so that we Nigerians, we can remember that word, that phrase. Okay. Victorette is saying women's voice needs to be heard. Exactly. We don't have to silence the voice of the women as well. We know the women, they are not much in the Nigerian Senate, but their voice doesn't have to be silenced, and that is what Victor Rex Jakes is talking about. Thank you very much for that wonderful comment. Joshua John is saying, watching from Abuja, keep up the good works. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned with us. Moses Daniel is watching us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for watching us on this wonderful program. Okay, Spicy Kelvin, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Please, we want to know where you are watching us from.
Okay, so quickly, let's look at one more news story before we leave. Falling mask kills driver in Edo. You get this story on the Punch newspaper. Tragedy struck on Thursday as a middle-aged died after he was struck by a falling broadcast mast at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. The mast had fallen on the man during a heavy breeze that preceded a downpour, which disrupted a praise night planned as part of the activities to mark Governor Omonde Okpebholo's 100 days in the office. So this story is very bad. It's tragedy. This happened last night during it's an event meant to mark
the praise night event.
Yes.
100 days. Yes.
The man died, according to his story, he died trying to save his boss materials. He's said to be the driver of
The driver of the decorator that was supposed to decorate the event.
stadium, yes, for this thing. So it's really bad. According to his story, the site is a gory one. Is not good at
I
all.
even heard his head was like it died instantly,
Yes,
and
at the
his head was
spot.
scattered.
Yeah,
In fact, this
it's
happened
really
in Edo
bad.
State, and it's not a good one at all. Whatever we are doing, we should try to be careful and ensure safety at
Yes,
all
safety
points.
first. Safety first. What's the thing is that whatsoever is being destroyed, be it phone or no matter what it is, money cannot buy life, you get.
Yes.
But whatsoever is being destroyed, whatsoever you are trying to save at that moment can be bought. It might take time. It might take weeks, months, years, but the thing is you can definitely get that back. Don't put your life at risk trying to save what can be bought with money. That's just
In fact,
it.
may his soul rest in
Yeah.
perfect peace.
Yeah.
In fact, thank you for joining us. Thank you for staying tuned with us from the start of the program till the end of this program. In fact, I regret announcing to you that we are at the end of this program. But before I sign out, quickly, let me take some more comments before I move forward. Freedom, thank you for joining this wonderful program. Please tell us, do you want to see more of this program? What do you want to say about this program? Please put it down on the comment section. What do you have to say about it? Your comments, your contributions, please. We want to see it. It's saying, Freedom is saying, I'm watching from Okeren Koko. Thank you very much for joining this wonderful program. Please, I want to be familiar with your names. So I'm hoping to see you here tomorrow again, same time. Lucky Mario, thank you for joining this wonderful program. Please put down your comments, put down your contributions. What do you think about Beyond the Headlines? What do you want to see more? What do you want to know? Tell us in the comment section below. Miracle James, thank you for joining this wonderful program. We really do appreciate. Spicy Kelvin says, I'm watching you guys from Yeniguar, Bayelsa State. Thank you for joining. What is happening in Yeniguar? Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Ansley, thank you for joining. Tamara Dobra, thank you for joining this wonderful program. Please do well to state where you're watching from. Patrick, thank you for joining this wonderful program. Victor X is saying thank you so much. Thank you too. Lizzie Gabriel Edupolo, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining this wonderful program. Victor X is saying hope is every day for this program. Yes, you've been following us. I've been praising you. So you should be the one telling our viewers, our audience, that this program is every day. Yes.
Victor X is actually current. Probably because of the short break we had.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. Okay, thank you very much. This program is from Monday to Saturdays. Do well to stay tuned for another episode tomorrow as well. Okay, Good Friday is saying stay blessed. Thank you very much for staying tuned with us from the start of the program now till the end of the program. Please don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on X, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube at Gbaramatu Voice. And for more detailed story, please visit our website www.gbaramatuvoicenews.com. Best Olowo is my name.
And I remain Faith Madugwe.
Good day.
Sir, order 10 on privileges. Any senator may rise at any time
Can the
to
Sergeant
speak
at Arms
upon a matter of
please
privilege suddenly
take her out of the
arising,
Senate?
and he shall be prepared to move without notice. A motion declaring that the content of breach of
Show me
privilege
the
has
session
been
that allows suspension immediately.
or referred
Oh.